Honourable Member of Parliament for Gaborone, Bonington South, Christian Griff. Honourable Member of Parliament for Gaborone Central, Dumisang Hili. Chairman of Ntlo ya Dikgosi, Kgosi Puso Gaborone. Dikgosi here present. Judge President of the Industrial Court, Dira Zagaye Molomo. Attorney General of the Republic of Botswana, represented by the Government Attorney, Lechomela Mulodi. Her Excellency Beatrice Antonia Manuel de Moraes, Angolan Ambassador to Botswana, Special Representative to SADC, and the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps. EU Ambassador to Botswana, Her Excellency Petra Pereira, British High Commissioner to Botswana, Her Excellency Sean Price, Ambassador of the United States of America to Botswana, and the United Kingdom Special Representative to SADC, His Excellency Howard Van Franken, Bishop Mitlayote Beleme of the Anglican Diocese of Botswana, His Worship, the Mayor of the City of Gaborone, Austin Abraham, heads of international organizations here present, President of the Customary Court of Appeal, Kgosi Mothibe Lentšwe, Deputy Commander, Botswana Defence Force, Lieutenant Major Joseph Seelo, Commissioner of Botswana Police Service, Dinah Marate, Commissioner of Botswana Prison Service, Anthony Mokento, Honorable Ombudsmen, and visiting heads of oversight institutions here present, all permanent secretaries and chief executive officers, all district commissioners, ladies and gentlemen. Ke a dumedisa, a very warm good morning. I am Kiona Mphehle. Yeah, it's after this. Yeah. I am your Director of Ceremonies this morning, Kibidwa Kiona Mphehle. I'm otherwise the Chief Executive Officer of Legal Aid Botswana. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the second Umbas International Expo 2024 under the theme Trusted Institutions, Righting Injustices, Bolstering Quality Governance. The Chief Host Office of the Ombudsman Botswana and the co-host and Secretariat, Governance Management Services International, GMSI for short, have put together an exciting 4 days of exhibitions by international and local institutions, as well as parallel workshops and expert discussions on relevant topical issues. The exhibition part of this International Expo is free for members of the public, and the Ombudsman, supported by the GMSI, have traveled and campaigned the length and breadth of the country to encourage local institutions as well as members of the public to take part in this history-making event. In my view, this noble idea of bringing together Umbad offices, human rights bodies, grievance handlers, integrity organizations, and related oversight and governance institutions offers us all an exciting opportunity to take part in this epoch-making event. We have amongst us people from all over the world to share this governance experience with Botswana. The partners include African Ombudsmen and Mediators Association, International Ombudsmen and Mediators Association, International Ombudsmen Association, Network of African National Rights Institution. I should have said and. It would be remiss of me not to mention the sponsors as they appear at the backs of all our programs and mention them with appreciation for the support they've given this event. And without taking away the words of the speakers who appear on today's program, we will start right away after these short opening remarks of the MC with the singing of the national anthem of the Republic of Botswana by Andante Choral Choir. We will rise as soon as they've arranged themselves to sing the national anthem, and you are encouraged to participate in the singing as opposed to just listening to the national anthem if you do know the words. Thank you. Andante Choral Choir, it is your turn to come through. Thank you very much, Andante Choral Choir, for that melodious way of singing our national anthem. Thank you very much. We shall now proceed to the next item on the program, which is a prayer by Bishop Mitlayote Beleme, the Anglican Bishop. Bishop, please come through.
I would like to first read a verse from the book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 22. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. Solomon's wisdom recognizes the impact of joy in one's being. And this verse challenges us in our work to cultivate joyful hearts, steering clear of the detrimental effects of constant complaining. It emphasizes the transformative power of positive and grateful attitude in promoting overall health and vitality in our workplaces. It is healthy to be cheerful. The Lord is for the body. He has provided for it by giving not only food, but also medicine. He tells us here that the best medicine is a merry heart, not futile, not worldly and godless merriment, but a heart that rejoices in God and serves Him with gladness, which is service to the people of God. God also allows us to be cheerful and gives us many reasons to be cheerful, especially if by His grace He gives us hearts to be joyful. This does good as a medicine to the body, making it ready and fit for its work. The sorrows of the mind often contribute to the weakness of the body. A broken spirit, depressed by the burden of afflictions, will always sap a person's strength, which then leads to poor performance in workplaces. Let us pray. Lord God, the author of peace and lover of concord, we pray for your leaders here gathered this morning, for their wisdom and discernment in making critical decisions that impact the lives of countless individuals. May they seek God's guidance in every choice they make, whether big or small. We lift them all, O Lord, asking that they may uphold the highest standards of integrity and honesty in their roles. Let their actions reflect their commitment to truth and righteousness. And so go before them, O Lord, with your most gracious favor in their deliberations as they gather. Guide and encourage them with your continual help in all their doings and works, that began now, continued, and ended in you. They may always seek to glorify your holy name. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you so much for blessing the event, Bishop Belem. We now welcome the Honorable Advocate Stephen Basi Dirwakosi, the Ombudsman of Botswana, to the podium for his welcome address.
Thank you, Director of Proceedings. Your Honor, the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana, Speaker of the National Assembly, Re Pandu Skelemani, the Minister of Justice, Re Machana Shamukuni, the Assistant Minister in the Office of the Presidency, Mayor Ofamudimo, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Botswana, Re Terence Noani, the Judge President of the Industrial Court, Re Molomu, the Mayor of the City of Gaborone, Re Abraham. Lest I miss out on everybody or anybody, all protocol observed as stated by Mampete. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to stand before you here today at such an auspicious gathering of eminent persons today actualizes months and months of hard work and planning for my office and for our various stakeholders inside and outside of the government of the Republic of Botswana. This expo, the second International Ombuds Expo, represents a milestone for us in the development of the Office of the Ombudsman in Botswana, but also for like offices in all spheres of oversight across the globe. When we undertook to host this expo, we undertook to promote, to create an atmosphere of excitement, to bring a fresh set of ideas into Gaborone. Therefore, when you look at the program, you'll see a mix. One may say a mix of business and pleasure, in the sense that when you have the expo, alongside the expo, with the trade, with the stalls and everything, you'll also have serious thinking, serious sharing of ideas in the areas of oversight, governance, human rights, and the rule of law. The structure is to ensure that the expo and the workshops continue at the same time. Your Honor, the Vice President, I wish to extend my sincere gratitude to the Government of the Republic of Botswana for availing support as well as facilities for this expo, and to afford opportunity to eminent colleagues in the area of oversight and governance to come to Gaborone and to share with us knowledge, experience, and wisdom in the areas of oversight and grievance handling. It is not every day that such an opportunity to host an event like this comes by. And I hope that the way we have set out the event, the way we have delivered it, will not disappoint. It is therefore, colleagues, my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to Gaborone, but most importantly, to express my gratitude to yourselves, colleagues from beyond the borders of this country, for having agreed to come and join us in this venture. And we remain eternally honored as the Office of the Ombudsman of Botswana. I believe that you have traveled safely and that you are well received as you entered this country, that if there were any glitches, they've been sorted out. If any have not been sorted out, we will do good where necessary. It is my hope that my office, as well as the various departments of the government of Botswana, have laid out the red carpet as we enter this country, have made your stay so far in Botswana pleasant and comfortable. And I want to assure you that we will go all out until the last one of you has left this country to ensure that you feel safe and secure. Some of you come from very large cities. You will find that Gaborone is a small city, but Gaborone has a big heart. Gaborone has humble people who will go out of their way to assist you. Please feel free to explore the sights and sounds of Gaborone. It will be nothing glamorous, but simple, humble, and receptive. We remain available to assist you over the course of the next few days. And to our regular customers, I add, we will always listen when no one else will. Ladies and gentlemen, please feel welcome to this second International Ombuds Expo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ombudsman of the Republic of Botswana, for those warm welcome remarks. May I request His Worship Austin Abram, Mayor of the city of Gaborone, to also follow and give welcome remarks on behalf of the host city, Gaborone. 1,000 apologies. We thought we were walking so seamlessly, but this is the Deputy Mayor, Uduetsi Tautona. Thank you so much. Please, the welcome remarks.
Thank you very much. His Honor, the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana, Res Lambatsogwane, His Lordship, the Chief Justice, Re Terence T. Ranwane, the Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Minister of Presidential Affairs and Public Administration, Honorable Minister of Justice, Honorable Member of Parliament for Gaborone Bonington South, Christian Grief, Honorable Member of Parliament for Gaborone Central, Red Timisang Hill, Chairman of Ndiadi Khosi Puso Gaborone, Mutibele Ntswe, Commander Botswana Defence Force, Lieutenant General Placid Sehoko, Commissioner of Police Service, Ms. Diana Marete, Commissioner of Prison Service, Anthony Mokento, visiting heads of Oversight Institute here present, all permanent secretaries and chief executive officers, and all district commissioners. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. Good morning. Kanadumela. Oh, thank you very much. It is my pleasure to welcome you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to our beautiful and laid-back city, Gaborone, the capital of Botswana. It is not every day that we have such a huge gathering of oversight and governance institutes in Gaborone, if not in Botswana. For this reason, let me express my sincere gratitude for your decision to grace our city with your presence. Allow me to share shortly a few informational snaps about Gaborone and by extension, Botswana. Gaborone is relatively a new city as it was only established in 1964, 2 years prior to Botswana gaining independence. Its population is at the 2022 census was 231,626 from a country population of 2,346,179, meaning about 10% of the population of Botswana is residents in the city. Despite this apparent small population, Gaborone is often described as one of the fastest growing cities in Africa. Since Gaborone is my city, I can go on and on but I'll restrain myself and share that this city is host not only to you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, but also to Gaborone Game Reserve, Mokolodi Nature Reserve, the National Museum and Art Gallery, and Kale Hill, from the top of which you could catch some breathtaking views of the city, including Gaborone Dam, which is the primary source of water to the city. Let me end by encouraging you to undertake the Gaborone Heritage Tour to learn a little bit more about my city and my country. Once more, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my city, and I assure you that you are relatively safe to enjoy all the amenities available, and thank you for your presence. Pula bagaetsho.
I can only add my words to that of the Deputy Mayor to say Botswana are renowned worldwide for being warm, welcoming people. And I'm sure we will live up to our reputation. And as the Deputy Mayor said, please do take time to interact with our city as well as the sites and enjoy Gaborone. You are most welcome to Gaborone, the most peaceful city, I believe, in the whole world. And you are safe and secure, not relatively. I am so sure of it. I will welcome to the podium now Professor Victor Ayeni to make remarks on the second International Umbuds Expo 2024. He is the Director, Governance and Management Services International, United Kingdom, who are co-hosting with our Ombudsman.
Good morning, everyone, again. Honorable Vice President, the Chief Justice of Botswana, honorable ministers, ambassadors and head of international organizations, top government officials, religious leaders, the President of IOMA, an Ombudsman of Angola, Ombudsman of Botswana, and the host of the second International Ombuds Expo. Distinguished guests, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing before you as head of the IOE Secretariat and the creator of the concept of the International Ombuds Expo. And my role is simply to give you a gist of how and why we have all come together. But I want to start by giving tribute to the Ombudsman of Botswana for accepting to host this event. When we ran the first event in Nigeria, we broke the ice, but coming here, we feel that we have gone in many ways in establishing what this event is all supposed to achieve. We thank you, Ombudsman, very much for the energy and commitment that you have put into making this event possible. And of course, we thank the government of Botswana for the generous hosting of the event and of course, you know, the different ways they have supported the participation of all of us. It's now about 7 years that my colleagues and I at GMSI in London decided to work on the concept of the Expo. And we decided in doing that to achieve a number of objectives. And I just think I should highlight about 3 of them. One, we had been working with oversight institutions for several decades, including ombudsman bodies. And there were recurring problems that we were seeing. And we thought that the Expo might be able to address those problems in a different way from how other intervention tried to do them. And I will talk briefly about those ideas, now, and of course elaborate on that later on. The second important idea about our decision to establish the concept was to create a global event which we hope in many ways will bring together in an unprecedented way the different institutions that all modern states have to rely on very strongly for them to succeed. As you all know, the Achilles heel of all modern states is weak and defective controls. We see that in every aspect of our life. When services are not delivered, when standards of expectations are not met, when public money is taken and used for private gain, all of them illustrate different ways in which our ability to control and keep members of human organizations focused would appear to have failed. All parents also know that control and keeping children in line is essential to the good upbringing of any human being. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with the way our mothers would wink at us and trying to tell us, without saying anything, the way we were supposed to behave. And I remember personally, several times my late mother, when I was a child, would wink at me. Every wink had a meaning. It's either that you were not supposed to appear to be hungry, although you were hungry, or you make sure that you didn't utter a word when the elders were speaking. But the whole idea of it is that it is important that we keep ourselves within the framework of our agreement on how we should behave. Oversight institutions have become the key instrument by which all modern states try to achieve the kind of control that is essential for the success of all that we do. But what we have discovered is that many of these institutions face several challenges. But importantly, the critical capacity that they require often cannot be easily realized. So the concept of the Expo is to present in a very unusual way an arrangement whereby different institutions can come together in one location to try to show how they do things so that others, as well as practitioners and functionaries, can have a better appreciation of how effective control and accountability should take place. The other important element that we thought that drove this whole idea was also the fact that we were very much concerned about the fact that in the area of ombudsmanship, much of the event had largely been driven from outside the continent. And our feeling was that it could be possible, and we do feel very confident about that now, that Africa could provide a lead in terms of the rest of the world. So the Expo is meant to be an Africa-driven event, but it is a global event, bringing together institutions and organizations from different parts of the world. For this particular Expo, I'm pleased to tell you all that there are a number of significant things that we have achieved, which in many ways have consolidated what we set out to do 7 years ago. One of them is the manner in which we have been able to bring together in an unparalleled way different organizations to collaborate for this event. For this event, there are more than 40 different institutions, national and local, that are participating and collaborating to make this event happen. Second, we were able to draw together in this event not only IOMA to support the Ombudsman of Botswana, but also the African Human Rights Organization network, which is called NANRI. So in many ways, this event itself is a tripod in which the Ombudsman of Botswana provided drive and is supported by IOMA as well as NANRI. As you all know, the Ombudsman of Botswana is both an ombudsman as well as a human rights commission. The third important thing that we do believe we have achieved with this, and we feel particularly proud of, is the collaboration that has taken place between the leading international organizations. For the first time, the International Ombudsman Institute, based in Vienna, Austria, is participating in this event, and we also have here the International Ombuds Association, which indeed is the biggest international network of ombudsman associations in the world. And that leads me to the other point, which is the fact that this has brought together not only government institutions, but private, non-government, and non-governmental institutions. So in this gathering, we have representatives from the World Bank, the African Development Bank, we have from the United Nations agencies, and all the leading corporate organizations, corporate ombudsmen around the world will also be participating in this event. Just a couple of points I just want to highlight also for your interest is the fact that we have also, through this event, been able to achieve in an unprecedented way the involvement of the United Nations in trying to achieve what we are doing here. As you probably know, in 2020, the United Nations passed United Nations Congress Assembly passed a resolution which formally recognized ombudsmen as important institutions that all states must have. And we are proud that this event had been able to pull that together. Finally, is the fact that we have also achieved through this event, not only for the first time addressing oversight role from the point of view of ombudsmen, but indeed from other oversight institutions. So in the next 3 days, you will also be encountering experiences from other institutions, which include anti-corruption institutions, include integrity bodies. We will also be having in our midst, we will have, of course, the human rights. We also have the whole range of other oversight institutions for which Botswana, indeed, represent one of the best practice in the world today. So we hope that it will be an exciting experience in terms of all of us being able to see the range of options that are available to all modern states and to all to organizations in how they can tackle the problems of control and effective accountability. We hope also that it will be an opportunity for you not only to see what needs to exist in government, but indeed what should also exist in private sector and in corporate organization. And finally, we hope that the event will enable all of us to appreciate very significantly the collaboration that needs to exist amongst all these different institutions, not only to save costs, but indeed also to make them effective. I would also want to mention very, very lastly, the fact that we also have here not only civilians, as you might say, but this is also an event that has brought together the significant role that military institutions are playing. So we have quite a number of generals representing African institutions also in the audience. So I want to join in welcoming you all and to wish all delegates a fruitful, productive, and most worthwhile experience. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Professor Ayeni, for those remarks. The next item on the itinerary is special goodwill messages. Some are virtual and others will be given physically. However, we started a bit late, for which I sincerely apologize. And the guest of honor, our Vice President, is hard-pressed for time, and therefore the virtual messages will not be played, and will give opportunity for those that are present physically to come and give the special goodwill messages. His Honor, the Vice President, is hard-pressed for time, and he has another engagement, and this is in a bid to catch up with the time, and perhaps an opportunity will avail itself at a point in time to listen to the rest of the goodwill messages. May I therefore call upon the President of African Ombudsmen and Mediators Association to come to the podium to come and present the special goodwill message that he brings.
Excellency, my message is in Português. Excelência, Vice-Presidente da República de Botsuana, Dr. Solambe Sogene, Excelência, Senhor Presidente do Parlamento, Excelências, Senhores Presidentes dos Tribunais Superiores de Botsuana, Excelência, Senhor Procurador-Geral da República, Excelência, Senhores Deputados, Senhores Membros do Governo, Ministros e outras entidades, Excelência, Senhor Presidente da Câmara do Botsuana, Excelência, Senhora Embaixadora de Angola, acreditada no Botsuana e decana dos embaixadores, Doutora Beatriz Moraes, estimados embaixadores, Excelência, Provedor de Justiça da República de Botsuana, digníssimos provedores de justiça, mediadores e presidentes das várias comissões de direitos humanos, estimados presidentes dos conselhos de administração das várias empresas aqui presentes, caros membros dos órgãos de defesa e segurança, excelentíssimo senhor professor Vítor Ayeni, diretor-geral da GMSI, estimadas autoridades religiosas, estimados membros das várias organizações internacionais e associações, estimadas autoridades tradicionais, minhas senhoras e meus senhores. É com elevada satisfação que nos reunimos hoje aqui nesta cidade acolhedora de Gaborone, dos filhos e filhas da África Austral, para participarmos da abertura de um dos maiores eventos da história dos provedores de justiça em África e no mundo, a segunda exposição internacional dos ombudsmen ou provedores de justiça, mediadores e presidentes das comissões de direitos humanos. Dirijo-me na qualidade de presidente da Associação dos Provedores de Justiça, Mediadores Africanos, a OMA, para, em breves palavras, dirigir-me a todos os convidados e delegados dos países aqui representados. Este é um evento único que reúne os principais especialistas e profissionais da área jurídica de defesa dos direitos, liberdades e garantias cidadão, que tem o desafio de avançar a justiça em diferentes partes do mundo na defesa dos direitos cidadãos. O provedor de justiça, enquanto garante da justiça administrativa e protetor dos interesses públicos diante de uma governação local ou central, procura de modo permanente ferramentas que lhe vão proporcionar técnicas para cada vez melhor passar a dar soluções às queixas que lhe são apresentadas pelos cidadãos. Neste momento de transformação, é fundamental que os provedores de justiça atuem de forma eficaz e eficiente, garantindo a proteção dos direitos, liberdades e garantias dos cidadãos, da promoção da igualdade e da justiça social. Durante estes dias, teremos a oportunidade de participar de palestras, mesas redondas, workshops, que irão abordar vários temas de acesso à justiça, defesa dos direitos humanos, mediação de conflitos, entre outros assuntos de grande importância para a nossa sociedade do mundo geral. Espero que este encontro seja produtivo e enriquecedor para todos os participantes. Agradeço, em nome da Associação de Provedores de Justiça e Mediadores, a presença de cada um de vocês e desejo a todos um excelente evento, que possamos juntos contribuir para a construção de um sistema justo, democrático, transparente e acessível a todos os cidadãos. Excelências, minhas senhoras, meus senhores, eu termino esta minha mensagem e desejo mais uma vez que cada um de nós continue a promover e apresentar ao Governo, ao Parlamento ou a qualquer outro órgão competente, a título consultivo, seja pedido dessas autoridades ou com base no seu poder de atuação por iniciativa própria, pareceres, recomendações, propostas de relatores sobre questões relativas à promoção e defesa dos direitos, liberdades e garantias do cidadão, porque o cidadão é a nossa ocupação, o cidadão é a nossa preocupação. Muito obrigado a todos pela defesa dos direitos, liberdades e garantias fundamentais. Vos falou, portanto, Flor Bela Rocha Araújo, provedora de Justiça de Angola e presidente da Associação de Provedores e Mediadores da África. Muito obrigado a todos. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Obrigada.
Thank you very much. I hope you made use of the gadgets to interpret for you or translate for you. We will now call to the podium President of a Network of African National Human Rights Institution to the podium to share his goodwill.
Good morning, everyone. Let me, on behalf of the Network of African National Human Rights Institutions, which comprises 48 ombuds institutions and human rights commissions in Africa, indicate that we are proud and actually excited to be partnering with the Ombudsman of Botswana and also that of the Governance and Management Services Institute in carrying out this second International Expo 2024. I would like to say that this is a very, very great opportunity for our institutions, which are, we like to indicate that we are trusted institutions, to share with each other for the next 3 days some opportunities of learning, some opportunities of indicating how we are doing our work differently in our various national environments. But I would like to also take the opportunity in sending this goodwill message that once we have the opportunity of state bodies, government personalities present in the room, would like to indicate that as trusted institutions, our work mostly is around our legal framework. And it will be an opportunity to see how you can strengthen this trust that the citizens will have in our institutions by making our legal frameworks even stronger than they are now. Again, you do know this work is a very lonely work. If your work is only about complaints, handling complaints, you can imagine what it looks like. And so the opportunity is also given for state government, executive, and others to see to what extent you can assist resourcing the institutions to deliver on their own. The independence of these institutions is critical if they are to perform that function very well. I'd like to also indicate that citizens will only continue to trust these institutions, if we are able to be seen internally to be very trusted. And as our team indicates, if we are trusted institutions with a big role in improving upon governance, it is important that we also look within ourselves in encouraging the citizens to trust us by the work we do, by how we carry ourselves, and by the way we perform our functions. And so, on this note, I'd like to formally indicate how proud NANRI is in welcoming the Botswana Ombudsman and Human Rights Commission into its hold as a 48th member, because you have just joined us. We are proud that you are a beginning institution in terms of the network, but look at how far you are delivering. We are proud of you, and we hope that starting us the way you have started, sky can only be the limit. On that note, I wish to thank all members present here that we have the opportunity to continue to network in the course of the 3 days before us. Thank you so much.
In the interest of time, as I said, we will receive the last goodwill message from the representative of the Commonwealth Secretariat from London.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Good morning to you all. Greetings from the Commonwealth Secretariat from London. It is a great honor for the Commonwealth Secretariat to be invited to participate in this important conference. Thanks for the invitation, the Ombudsman and Human Rights Commissioner of the Republic of Botswana, the chief host of the International Ombudsman Expo 2024, as well as our own, the Venerable Professor Victor Ayeni, the instrumental brain behind the achievement of great success of this Ombos fraternity. Prof, you know our banter. So, Ghana jollof rice is better than that of Nigeria. Don't comment on that. As we gather here for the second International Ombos Expo 2024 conference, Team Trusted Institution Rights, Writing Injustice, Bolstering Quality Governance, I wish to bring you greetings to this Expo from the Right Honorable Patricia Scotland, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth. Much as she has wanted to attend this important Expo, her already confirmed commitment didn't allow her to participate. She thus asked me to represent her. I'm also here with my colleague, Steve, who is the acting head of the Human Rights Unit, and another colleague from the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth Secretariat takes pride as the leading advocate and enabler of Ombuds offices. Indeed, we know that no less than 60% of the offices in the Commonwealth today owe their establishment to the intervention of the Secretariat since 1990. Credit to Professor Victor Ayeni, who was then the Director of Governance and Institutional Development Division of the Commonwealth Secretariat. the division that I'm now heading and following his footsteps, only that I'm focusing in anti-corruption space. He did the ombudsman space. But he had a big he left a big shoe for me to fill in. This event promised to be a thought-provoking experience, creating a unique global platform of gathering in one location in the ombudsman type human rights bodies, integrity organizations, grievance handlers, and all that, etc. Gather here with organizations that service and facilitate their mandates and roles. Let me conclude by saying that let's seize this opportunity to connect, learn, and collaborate. We can drive positive change in our fraternity. However, remember, networking isn't just about collecting business cards. Yes, it's not about collecting business cards. It is about forging meaningful connections that can shape our career and enrich our professional journey. And that's why we are here. So let's bring our curiosity, our open mind, our willingness to connect. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stand united in our commitment to uphold the equal dignity of every human being by standing up against maladministration. We wish the conference and the expo all the best. Thank you.
At this juncture, we are going to call upon our guest of honor to address us and also to declare the opening of the second International Ombuds Expo 2024 by the special guest of honor, His Honor, the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana, Re Slamba Tsogwane. Your Honor, the podium.
Pray be seated. Good morning, good people. Until I was called to the podium, I little realized that I'm very much pressed with time. Because when I look at the time that I'm left with, I'm really pressed with time. We have, Mr. Speaker can vouch for that, we have our sitting of Parliament going on. Not only that, we are making bills, we are making laws, the very laws that has brought us here. We are very busy. For that reason, I will not go through recognition of all my people around you, are all my guests, but let me assume that we have all been ably recognized and appreciated, save to mention a few names. Even the Bible reminds us that all are called, but few are chosen. So I don't think we will complain. In that manner, I would like to recognize His Lordship, the Chief Justice, Terence Ranwani, the Honorable Speaker of National Assembly of Botswana, Pandu Skelemani. I also like to recognize the presence of the Minister of Justice, Honorable Machana Ronald Samkuni, Honorable Members of Parliament here present, Honorable Councillors present, Chairman of Mpiari Khosi, our traditional house. Some of you will have an opportunity to exchange views with him and learn from this workshop. Judge President of the Industrial Court, Re Molom, Attorney General Abraham, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Justice. I also recognize Your Excellencies, members of Diplomatic Corps here present. I recognize, of course, our Bishop, so that heavens can open for us. Bishop Mitlayote Balim Bilima. President of the Customary Court of Appeal, the Deputy Mayor, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, you are equally important. Let me stop there. I am very much honored, and it's my pleasure to be invited to speak to this gathering of almost offices, human rights bodies, grievance handlers, integrity organizations, and related oversight and governance institutions from across the globe under one roof on African soil. And I've learned a lot since I came here. A lot is said, but let me open my remarks before I continue with the body of my presentation. Remember a few things that have been said here. We are here to learn. The previous speakers have indicated that we are here to learn. And we all envy and want to succeed. We all know what succession is, or all what to succeed is. But unfortunately, we don't have the same view of what the opposite of success is. Because most of us, they fear not to succeed. A lot of us, they fear not to try to succeed, because their belief is that the opposite of success is failure. Yet there is a critical and most important truth, the truth being that the opposite of success is not only failure, or not even failure, it is learning. The opposite of success is learning. So we are here to learn. You haven't tried something new, you have fear of trying something new, please from here go and try something new with a positive attitude of saying, I am going to learn, because the opposite of success is not failure but learning. So if you do that, I'm sure you are going to succeed in all your endeavors. If we don't try, we definitely don't succeed or learn anything. So with those few remarks which I wanted to preface my presentation, I would like now to say the title of this conference, that is the Second International Umbu Expo, on its own denotes that there was a first one, which I'm reliably informed that it was held successfully in Abuja, Nigeria in 2019. I cannot help but think that it was successful. And also, if it was not for COVID-19, this would probably be the fourth installment of the event. Negative as the COVID-induced time lag, the silver lining is that the beautiful city of Gaborone in Botswana is the second in Africa to host the Expo, something which fills me with immense pride. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you are aware of the fact that we will be having a general election in a matter of months, and we have had several elections even in Africa this year. We will be having ours in October 2024, to be precise. I'm flagging this not as an invitation to participate in the elections, but just to acknowledge that this is a process of checks and balances by the electorate over the executive and political leadership. Is democracy at work. I say in this conscious that your role provides checks and balances on a day-to-day basis. Looking at the spectrum of the institutions represented here today, one can see a common denominator, which is good governance and the promotion, protection, and respect for human rights. Thus, an event of this nature can only add fresh impetus to all participating institutions and countries to do more towards attaining tenets of good governance, such as accountability and transparency, the rule of law, good public administration, and the promotion and protection of human rights in our sovereign nations. Our commitment as Botswana government is to promote democracy through good governance. It is our hope and our wish that other countries could do that. Good governance relates to the political and institutional processes and outcomes that are necessary to achieve the goals of development that benefit the people. The true test of good governance is the degree to which it delivers on the promise of human rights, civil, cultural, economic, political, and social rights. The key question is, are the institutions of governance effectively guaranteeing the right to health, adequate housing, sufficient food, quality education, fair justice, and personal security? Good governance and human rights are mutually reinforcing. Human rights standards and principles provide a set of values to guide the work of governments and other political and social actors. They also provide a set of performance standards against which these actors can be held accountable. Moreover, human rights principles inform the content of good governance efforts. They may inform the development of legislative frameworks, policies, programs, budgetary allocations, and other measures. On the other hand, without good governance, human rights cannot be respected and protected in a sustainable manner. The implementation of human rights relies on a conducive and enabling environment. This includes appropriate legal frameworks and institutions, as well as political, managerial, and administrative processes responsible for responding to the rights and needs of the population. In most developing countries, the government controls ownership of many natural resources. You listen to this attentively. In most developing countries, the government controls ownership of many natural resources. If government institutions are weak to begin with, there is a strong likelihood that the resources may not benefit large members of the community. In addition, the presence of the resources may weaken and corrupt government. We often hear of mineral curse in some countries. So, the presence of the resources may weaken and corrupt government. The relative ease with which, for instance, mineral revenues are collected can lead to a lack of transparency and accountability. The resulting interdependence of government and the mining industry reinforces this tendency. Government itself is seen as the means to acquiring wealth, which typically leads to the rent-seeking and corruption. And it's a common practice in some areas, in many areas, rent-seeking. In the case of the mineral-rich countries like Botswana, democracy may be an important catalyst. Mineral-dependent economies seem to spawn the predatory type of dictatorship rather than the relatively benevolent ones, where the government can become an uncontrollable monolith, waywardly and recklessly trampling over the rights of citizenry to good governance. Social science cannot rigorously assess the relative importance or contribution of leadership in the evolution of successful institutions. However, in the case of Botswana, leadership, particularly that of the founding fathers of Botswana, may have been crucial in entrenching normative and conventional approach to tenets of good governance and transparency and accountability, founded especially on the customary approach through the Kotla system to dealing with the public affairs in a fair, open, and objective manner. A quota system is where we gather and make decisions, where we all have equal rights to speak, where we have an adage in our language which says, "Mua libi ubua la gao," meaning that you are free to say whatever you want to say. Those who want to critique it are also free to do so. So you are not muzzled. You are free to say whatever you want to say in such a gathering. I hope you will have time to visit because we have traditional villages around us here, around our city. You may have an opportunity to visit a Kotla system. And we have a Khosi here, Khosi Abroni, where has been introduced here as the one who is heading the traditional house, Nkwari Khosi. So you will see how democracy is at its best, where people are free to speak, criticize, air their views freely without fear or favor. I believe the answers to these questions are obvious. Hence, this expo with the theme, Righting Injustices, Bolstering Quality Governance. It is my firm belief that all of you here exist to provide oversight in government obligation to control itself, and in the face of any failure, you intervene. You are all true practitioners of the idiom that no one is above the law, and all that everyone is subject to the law, including government itself. We pride ourselves here of the principle of the rule of law. The work of all your institutions goes towards the fulfillment of Sustainable Development Goal 16 and its indicators. Goal 16 calls for peace, justice, and strong institutions. And strong institutions in this regard does not refer to armies. Someone referred to armies there a few minutes ago, that we have in our midst armies, not only governance institutions. But in this regard, does not refer to armies, but strong governance institutions as represented here. Your work directly rather speaks to indicators such as satisfaction with public services, access to dispute resolution mechanisms, and inclusive and responsive decision-making, etc., etc. My understanding is that this expo, just like the last one, has brought together distinguished speakers with broad knowledge and experience in oversight roles. So let's listen, let's share, let's learn from each other. I'm thus confident that the discussion over the next 2 days will result in concrete action plans by your various institutions to enhance your effectiveness in combating issues of maladministration, corruption, violations of human rights, and in improving the governance landscape. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is now my singular honor and pleasure to declare the Second International Ombuds Expo 2024 officially open.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Vice President of Botswana, Res Lambatsokhwane. The guest of honor will be taking leave shortly for his other engagement. And all participants should remain seated, should remain in the hall as he takes his leave, and we will continue with the program after his departure. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stand up to usher the Vice President out. We will have a short musical interlude. You may take your seats. And then we will progress with the program for the morning.
usuba nake ukae ke hopotsa nna ke hopotse we ke hopotsa nna ke hopotse ke hopotse ke hopotse
Thank you.
We're just waiting on the Ombudsman and his entourage to come back in, and then we'll proceed with the program. In the meanwhile, the musical interlude will continue. Thank you.
ketsiwe Kari mapere mongwa ketsiwe Ke ya go bua Go le dutele Ke ye go bona mogwagwadi Ke ye go bua Go le dutele Ke ye go bona mogwagwadi Ke ye go bona wa molla
We will start with the first goodwill messages virtually presented by the President of International Ombudsman Institute. And when he is done, we will have the message from the President of International Ombuds Association, followed by the President of Latin American Ombudsman Association, and then right at the end, the immediate past hosts of the International Ombudsman Expo 2019, the Chief Public Complaints Commission of Nigeria. Because they're virtually recorded, pre-recorded, I will not be jumping up and down to come and introduce them. They will follow in the order that I have announced. Thank you.
Okay. Dear colleagues, distinguished guests, and human rights defenders from all over the world, greetings from Mexico. It is an honor and a privilege to address you on behalf of the International Ombudsman Institute and the Mexican Human Rights Commission at this second International Ombudsman Expo. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our colleague Stephen, Ombudsman of Botswana, for his invitation and congratulate him and his team for organizing this space. This event not only celebrates the tireless work that each of us to defend, promote, and protect human rights, but also provide us with an invaluable opportunity to learn from each other and to strengthen our collaborative networks. In a world where we face major humanitarian crises with ongoing human rights violations, our work as human rights defenders is more important than ever. Despite this context, as well as other adversities and problems that we face institutionally in our countries and our cities, we human defenders have continued to work to protect the rights of all, especially these populations that are more vulnerable, demonstrating our resilience and capacity to adapt. The international community has adopted various resolutions and instruments recognizing ombudsman institutions and mediators in the promotion and protection of human rights, as well as in governance in that rule of the law. Today, we have the Paris Principles and the Venice Principles, which not only provide the minimum basis for the creation and design of our institutions, but also recognize our work and perspective and perseverance at the national and local levels. And above all, encourage the creation and strengthening of the ombudsperson institution through the world. With this object of strengthening the International Ombudsman Institute, we'll continue to work to promote global cooperation among our institutions and encourage efforts to create greater capacities and articulated work. That is why we welcome this space today, as the International Expo not only allows us to share our individual and collective achievements, but also invite us to reflect on the common challenge we still face and to seek innovation solutions. By sharing our experience and knowledge, we can find new ways to address this challenge. I wish you every success and hope that this expo will be fruitful and inspiring to us to continue our work with renewed energy and articulation to build a more just and equality world for all of us. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Hello, my name is Sarah Clapper. I'm the president of IOA, the International Ombuds Association. I'm also the university ombudsperson at Northwestern University. I serve the Northwestern community in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States, as well as Northwestern's campus community in Doha, Qatar. I've been an ombudsperson in higher education for the past 12 years. In that time, I've worked with students, scholars, and staff from around the world, including from many different locations throughout Africa. That experience has helped me to become a leader of IOA. IOA is a professional association committed to championing ombuds worldwide. We are a leader in the global organizational ombuds profession. We set standards for excellence in practice for organizational ombuds, and we support ombuds in demonstrating the effectiveness of their roles. We're also advocates for greater utilization of ombuds in every organization. IOA is a hub for professional development, networking, resources, and support for ombuds and their offices. IOA members throughout the world are the heart and the heartbeat of our association. With that in mind, IOA is honored to be asked to participate in the International Ombudsman Expo 2024. Thank you so much to the organizers for inviting us to participate on panels discussing organizational ombuds in the United Nations, the African Development Bank, colleges and universities, corporations, governments, and in Africa generally. The Expo's theme of creating trusted institutions truly goes to the heart of what it means to be an ombuds, no matter what type of ombuds you are or where you're located. Ombuds are inherently devoted to fairness and equity in policy and process, all the things that drew me to this profession and make me passionate about doing this work every day. Through transparency, fairness, and equity, we do strengthen our governments, institutions, and organizations. Some people think that's idealistic, but that's who we are as ombuds. We hear concerns. We see the effects on the people who make up our organizations. We also see the bigger picture and how it could be better on every level. We help our people, our organizations, and our institutions envision a better path forward, and then make it so. IOA is thrilled to share experiences with other ombuds leaders, to learn from our colleagues, to hear new ideas, to discuss best practices, and to connect with and support our colleagues throughout Africa. Thank you again for this opportunity, and welcome to the International Ombudsman Expo 2024.
Estimados colegas del continente africano, desde el corazón de la República Argentina, los saludo fraternalmente como presidenta del Instituto Latinoamericano del Ombudsman y defensora de los derechos de niñas, niños y adolescentes de la provincia de Córdoba. El HILO es una institución con más de 40 años de experiencia que reúne a defensores y exdefensores, comisiones de derechos humanos, oidores, personeros, procuradores, defensores universitarios y personal de las oficinas del Ombudsman de todo el continente de América Latina y el Caribe. Nuestra finalidad es la promoción, el estudio, la investigación de las instituciones autónomas de derechos humanos. Con ello, pretendemos contribuir a la consolidación de los procesos democráticos y al respeto de los derechos humanos hacia todos los ciudadanos y ciudadanas de nuestro continente. Creemos que estos objetivos nos aunan con los de todos los asistentes a la segunda exposición internacional del Ombudsman, que se realiza en Gaborone, Botsuana, en este momento, y a la que fuimos cordialmente invitados, pero que lamentablemente no hemos podido asistir. Desde el HILO, consideramos que instituciones como la Asociación de Ombudsman y Mediadores del continente africano son imprescindibles para la defensa de las personas y la consolidación de democracias más humanizadas. Estamos convencidos que establecer una cooperación sur-sur entre el continente latinoamericano y el continente africano redundará en beneficios para nuestros pueblos, ricos en tradiciones y valores. y además será un beneficio para el planeta considerando que nuestros continentes han sido dotados de numerosos bienes naturales. Queremos sociedades más justas, pueblos más igualitarios y una humanidad que respete la heterogeneidad de las culturas y de los regímenes legales. Es por ello que hemos iniciado este proceso de cooperación que queremos fortalecer a través de un convenio entre nuestra institución, el ILO, y AOMA. Promover y crear instituciones autónomas de derechos humanos, tanto en los estados nacionales como en los estados regionales, va a ser de beneficio para todos nuestros pueblos. Crear conciencia acerca de los derechos universalmente consagrados y profundizar y fortalecer democracias plurales es el único camino para una humanidad en convivencia armónica y pacífica. Para finalizar, los invito a visitar nuestro sitio web www.defensoriasdelpueblo.org, donde encontrarán toda nuestra historia y nuestro trabajo. Con la confianza depositada en que podremos construir un espacio de diálogo y de trabajo común, les dejo un saludo mío personal, pero también de todos los integrantes de la Comisión Directiva del Instituto Latinoamericano del Ombudsman, esperando encontrarnos pronto presencialmente.
Dumelang Bora Leboma. Good day to everyone. I extend warm greetings from the friendly island of St. Martin. I am Gwendolyn Mossel, Ombudsman of St. Martin, and it's an honor to address this esteemed audience as the president of the Caribbean Ombudsman Association, CAROA, which currently consists of 17 countries. As a lead partner, I would have loved to be in attendance in beautiful Botswana. However, prior commitments did not allow for this to be possible. I sincerely congratulate the advocate, Stephen Teriakosi, Ombudsman and Human Rights Commissioner of the Republic of Botswana and host of the second International Ombud Expo 2024, as well as the IOE Secretariat, in particular Professor Victor Ayeni. This second edition of the Expo is not only a testament to the success and immeasurable impact of the first Expo held in 2019, but also underscores the importance of our work and our impact on society. Globally, citizens look to us to be their voice and assist them in having their grievances resolved. Quite often, we are the only recourse available to them. The International Ombud Expo offers a unique opportunity to share experiences, exchange ideas, and build global networks. May those present utilize the time to make connections that will reinforce the fabric of the principles we are called to uphold. This year's theme, Trusted Institutions, Righting Injustices, Bolstering Quality Governance, is truly fitting, as one doesn't have to look far to see examples where public trust has been lost, injustice seems rampant, and the evidence of the lack of quality governance is jarring. Collectively, this year's Expo aims to strengthen our resolve and commitment to the communities we are called to serve. Ombuds institutions, human rights organizations, mediators, people's advocates, and other complaint handling offices worldwide contribute to upholding equity, integrity, good governance, protocols, and civility so that our citizens and leaders are held to the proper standard. Oh, how noble is the task we are called to do. I close with a word of encouragement to my fellow ombudsmen. Take heart as you continue to execute your vocation with excellence and honor. Keep on contributing to steadying the pillars of equity and justice in your region. Keep fighting the good fight with the tools of respect and diplomacy. You can count on my dedication to make stronger the position of the Caribbean Ombudsman institutions within the region and the rest of the world. Enjoy the experience of International Ombud Expo 2024, and I hope to see you at the next expo. Kia leboha. Thank you.
I want to send our felicitation to all the ombudsmen present at this second Ombudsman Expo. We had looked forward to seeing all of you at the meeting, but unfortunately, the board of the Public Complaints Commission was just named on Tuesday, and the inauguration is in the pipeline. Hence, I'm unable to make it to this August occasion. Be that as it may, I want to thank the Ombudsman of Botswana in person of Advocate Stephen B. Trayakogosi, the Ombudsman and Human Rights Commissioner for Botswana. I want to thank you for all the effort you put in to ensure that our coming will be more memorable. Professor Ayeni, we want to thank you for your consistency from the first Ombudsman Expo that was hosted in Nigeria. You have not stopped, you didn't relent in your effort to ensure that we always come together and share knowledge. This we truly appreciate. I bring you all our felicitation from Nigeria on behalf of government and the people of the good people of Nigeria, the Public Complaints Commission management here in Nigeria. We wish you well as you deliberate. We'll find a way of joining to be able to share in the knowledge and the time you spend together. We pray that it will be productive, fruitful, and the bonding will be a memory that will last forever for all of us. We wish you happy deliberation.
It's still morning. Good morning again, everyone, and thank you, Madam. But as I said in my initial remark, this is meant to be an event that really is driven by all of us. And with the permission of the Ombudsman of Botswana, I just thought that it might be a good idea if some of, particularly our senior colleagues who are in front, do a quick introduction. Because I think it just makes sense that we recognize that there are several dignitaries here. So we do very quickly. You don't have to give us a complete autobiography, but just give us a quick gist of who you are and what office you represent. I think that will, if it's agreeable, it's something we might do. We've already met the president of IOMA, and of course we also have met the Ombudsman of Botswana, as well as the deputy mayor. So if they don't mind, I will skip you and then we can start from my right. Just a quick one. Is there any moving microphone? Is there any? Do you have one? Okay. Yeah, can you move quickly, please? This to the end. So it might just say, who wants to start? So at least we know, so that when you begin to see everybody, you recognize who. And indeed, this is meant to be a networking event. Quickly, please, can you take it?
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ofenze Terinyana Wisepo. I am working for the Ministry of Justice. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm told it's still morning. Okay. Professor Ayeni, you are most welcome to Botswana. My name's for the record, Dita Lodi, from the Office of the Attorney General, responsible for civil litigation. Before then, I used to work at the Office of the President, and I was involved in the transformation of the Office of the Ombudsman. I was responsible at the time when the amendment was done. I was involved, as well as the transformation itself.
All right.
So this is of interest to me because of my previous involvement. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Can we just introduce and where you come from? We would take the longer autobiography in a different.
Good morning. My name is Nomsasi Nkimwatsi. I'm the Director of Public Prosecutions, Botswana. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Tefo Huitso Nebohosi. I'm the Registrar of the Industrial Court of the Republic of Botswana.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Major General Joseph Selo, the Deputy Commander, Botswana Defense Force. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Deputy Commissioner Keneilwe Mokoena Otsile, Botswana Prison Service.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Roger Corantin, Head Public Sector Governance at the Commonwealth Secretariat in London, UK. Thank you.
Good morning. My names are Joseph Whittle. I'm the chairperson of Ghana's Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice. I'm also the president of the Network of African National Human Rights Institutions and also the president of West Africa Human Rights Institutions. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Gitika Kisun-Sansam, Investigations Officer from the Office of the Ombudsman, Republic of Mauritius. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Samba Baji, Deputy Ombudsman from the Gambia.
Bonjour, je suis Alexis Boutamba-Mbina, médiateur de la République du Gabon. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Pascal Mbonieze, je représente le gouvernement du Burundi. Je suis le chef de cabinet de l'Ombudsman de la République du Burundi. Merci.
Good morning. I am retired as the first Ombudsman for Bermuda. I was the director after that of the African Ombudsman Research Center in South Africa and also served on the board of the International Ombudsman Institute. It's wonderful to be here.
Good morning. My name is Beatrice Moraes. I'm the Angola Ambassador to Botswana and to SADC and Dean of Diplomatic Corps.
Good morning, all. My name is Andre Aleixo. I am interpreter and a manager in the Office of the Ombudsman of Angola.
I am Florbela Rocha Araújo, Deputy Ombudsman of Angola. No, Ombudsman of Angola. I am President Association Ombudsman e mediator. Good morning. Bom dia. Bonjour.
Well, what the Ombudsman wanted to say that she is the Ombudsman of Angola, and she's also the president of the African Ombudsman and Mediators Association.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Isaac Chande. I'm the Ombudsman of Mozambique. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Air Commodore David Aluku, the Ombudsman, Nigerian Air Force.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kollega Galega, the Public Protector of the Republic of South Africa, the Regional President of the IOI in Africa, as well as the Chairperson of the African Ombuds Research Center.
Good morning. I'm Simpiwe Damane Mkosana. I'm the Deputy Ombudsman in South Africa.
Good morning. I'm Vusumozi Masondo, the Military Ombudsman of South Africa. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Hadi Roche. I'm a judge of the Court of Appeal of Gambia. And thank you, Professor, for facilitating my involvement in this matter. Thank you.
Good morning. Samba Kaisara, the Chief Land Tribunal President. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Taini Kisabe. I'm the Acting Director General for the Ethics and Integrity Directorate. Thank you.
Morning all. My name is Linsutlwe. I'm the Parliamentary Counsel for Botswana.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Nashira Abrahams. I am the University of Cape Town Ombud, as well as a member of the International Ombuds Association.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mokabo Kupe. I'm the Director, Asset Declaration Management, Ethics and Integrity Directorate.
Good morning. My name is Steve Awasa. I'm the Acting Head of Human Rights at the Commonwealth Secretariat in London. Thank you.
Good morning. Caroline Sokoni, Public Protector Zambia, and Secretary General of AOMA and Treasurer of the International Ombudsman Institute.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tlotliso Bolaki, the Ombudsman of Lesotho.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Matthew Mwemu. I'm the AOMA East Africa Region Coordinator, and also I'm the Ombudsman of Tanzania.
Good morning. My name is Advocate Basilius Diakwa, Ombudsman of Namibia.
Good morning, Sanbonani Uvo Simkize, the Chief Executive Officer, South African Human Rights Commission. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon, good morning. My name is Anne Twinom Shamahire, Ombudsman from Uganda, but also the Vice President of OMA.
Yes, I have.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Good morning. My name is David Makumbi, Justice of the High Court of Uganda.
The Vice President did say that many are called, but few are chosen. Is anyone not willing to introduce themselves? Yes, go ahead. Yes, thank you, Madam.
Good morning. My name is Dinky Dube. I'm the Director General of the Public Service Commission in South Africa. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Taule Mukwena. I'm a retired professor of surgery, currently the Health Ombud of the Republic of South Africa.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keneilwe Sengarelo. I am Acting Auditor General of the Republic of Botswana.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lerato Ngwatle, Personal Assistant to General Masondo from the Office of Military Ombud, South Africa.
Good morning. My name is Tsepo Sebekwa. I work for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Botswana.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Peggy Kharabaitsi from the Ministry for State President, Director, Disability Coordination Office. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Joyce Isa Mulwani. I'm the Director for Legal Compliance and Board Secretary at the Botswana Communications Regulatory Authority.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is James Molosamukwe from the Competition and Consumer Authority. Thank you.
Good morning, Kagiso Kitso Kemoyeng, Executive Director, Botswana Public Service College.
Good morning, Jacob Momeni is my name, Minister of Agriculture.
Dumelang, bonjour. Kibito Owonolo Rahube, Secretary for Occupational Health and Safety, Kubufe Puso Gemeti Babereki.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Banyana Botle Mariam Saidu. I'm the Finance and Investment Manager of Botswana Public and Parastatal Sector Unions. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mr. Ramatlotlo Silei. I'm the Acting Deputy Ombudsman, Human Rights in Botswana. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Victor Morako, Executive Chairman, Fiscal Responsibility Commission, Nigeria. I'm also a member of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal and Tax Reforms of Nigeria. I'm pleased to be here. Thank you.
My name is Landim Bondi. I work at the Office of the Ombudsman in the Gambia as Director of the Human Rights Unit.
Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. My name is Festina Bakwena. I'm the former Ombudsman of the Republic of Botswana. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Waqas Sheikh. I'm psychiatrist from Sabrana Psychiatric Hospital, Lobatse, in Botswana.
Good morning. I am Ismail Bawamia. I am investigator from the Ombudsperson for Children of Faith, Mauritius. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Omar Amaru, Consumer Goods and Services Ombud, South Africa. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning all. My name is Chidi Udochumuwango from National Open University of Nigeria, a Deputy Registrar, Servicom Officer. Servicom means Service Compact with all Nigeria. So I'm a Servicom Compliance Officer. Thank you. It's good to be here.
Good morning, everyone. Always take the weather with you. My name is Didi Malansi Ganing, meteorologist of Botswana.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amida Daka from Office of the Public Protector, Zambia.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hussein Baloy, Communications Manager at the South African Human Rights Commission.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gwanele Pagati. I am the head of the National Preventive Mechanism at the Human Rights Commission in South Africa, but I'm also acting as the head of the Commissioners Program. Thank you.
Good morning, distinguished guests. I'm Oswald Reddy, the Western Cape Province Police Ombudsman, Republic of South Africa. I'm a retired Major General from the SAPS, South African Police Service.
Okay, do we?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Modibo Turai Kimegari, Deputy Director Administration from Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Nigeria.
Okay, I'm just thinking that, can you just hold on? I hope it doesn't look like I bite more than I can chew. We don't have much time because the Vice President will be joining us soon. So I want to suggest that because we are gathering again in the afternoon, we can continue the introduction at that point. Would that be okay? So that we do the quick announcement now and allow us enough time to get ourselves ready for the afternoon. We know where we stop. So when we get to Fairground, if you have introduced yourself, you just don't need to take the mic. Would that be a fair way to go? All right, okay. So I apologize because I think we really don't have, we need to try and wrap it up. But in actual fact, the main introduction I wanted to do to the program, I also don't think I will have enough time for it. So, Madam, you want to? Yeah, in about 10 minutes. Okay. All right. All right. So just a quick one. Could you put on the program. Can you put it on the screen, please? We had, I think on the tag that you have, there is a QR code there which gives you access to the program for the composite program for the event. But I've just also been told that there are now hard copies. So when we get to Fairground, you'll be able to get hard copies. So, but if we could get the program and just put it up. Essentially, as you have been told, and the Ombudsman of Botswana did mention that, the expo has two main sides to it. The main part of it is the exhibition, and the whole idea is to try to foster learning and improvement through interaction that takes place through the exhibition. But running side by side with the exhibition will be, a series of what we call parallel sessions. These are expert discussions that we all have freedom to decide which one we want to join. So what happens is that when we leave here after lunch, we will go to Fairground, we will assemble in the main hall, and there is a small event that we need to carry out, which is the idea that we all had been involved in. We wanted to celebrate our pioneers, and I think we will talk more about that when we get to that. But after that, the Ombudsman of Botswana will lead his guests to officially open the exhibition. And once that happens, we all can go into the exhibition and see enough. It's quite a big event, so it's unlikely that you can finish it up in one day. So the whole idea is that people can go and come back, over the next 3 days. But so we expect to do two main items this afternoon: the celebration of pioneers, and then, of course, the official opening, the cutting of the ribbon for the exhibition. For us to do that, what we have done is that, and I do also need to underscore it, that this event is happening live, and several people around the world are also joining us remotely. So there is a live streaming of this event going on, and I think you can see that on the Ombudsman Facebook page. Am I right? So if you want to tell and inform your staff and colleagues, if they go to the Ombudsman Facebook page, there is a continuous, relay of the entire expo going on. In addition to that, we're going to, all the expert discussions will be hybrid. There will be opportunity for people, and in fact, we have quite a number of speakers who are also joining us from other parts of the world. Again, we do have all the addresses, the links for you to do that, and if you want more information on that, I think you can let us know, but we will try and put them in some strategic places. So there are links for each of the expert sessions for those who want to encourage their colleagues to join us live. What we've also done is that every event, every aspect of this event, we have developed what we call a learning journal, and that will be made available in the afternoon. The idea of the learning journal is to give you a template to enable you to capture the learning and the experience that you'll be going through. So it's meant for you, and you can go back to the office and share it and do what you like with it. But the whole idea is to try to get everyone who is participating in this event to structure their experience and to try and take out as much as they can from that experience. The other important point I need to mention is the registration. As part of this event, we put in a whole lot of emphasis on ensuring that we have a database that captures everyone that comes to the event, and of course enables us to be able to move this whole expo to the next stage. So, and we apologize if sometimes it's been a bit slow when you went for the registration. The registration is, the accreditation, beg your pardon, is continuing for another 2 days, today as well as tomorrow. So if you haven't finished, you will find our team there, and they will continue that process. We encourage everyone to try to ensure that they go through that process so that we can capture your details in our database. That enables us to kind of continue to keep you, informed of what happened. And of course, it's also the mechanism we intend to use to share all the information emerging from the expo. Paper presented, for instance, will be done through those kind of connections. But more importantly is the fact that we also believe that this learning needs to be documented. So there is an arrangement whereby everyone that participates in this event will receive a certificate which, in a sense, is proof to have been part of this fairly unique event. And we need you to be in that database for us to be able to do that. Of course, as you also know, all those who are exhibiting will be duly honored by the Ombudsman of Botswana when the time comes to it. I just need to also make the announcement about meals. The meal for today is fairly open. Once we finish photograph, our colleagues will lead you to where you will take your meals. But for the next 2 days, which is Wednesday and Thursday, we have given all those who have registered an envelope containing 2 meal tickets. One is for Wednesday and one is for Thursday. So that's how you will get your meal ticket. So please, once you are accredited, make sure you get those meal tickets. Please take good care of them, because those really will be the basis. So you will use one for tomorrow. You would use another one for Thursday. If you lose your meal ticket, unfortunately, you will then have to pay for your food. And we want to try and make sure that we avoid that. If there's any problem again with that, our colleagues are on hand to be able to assist in any way you want. The other crucial point that I think is worth making is the fact that when you go into the main program, which is the composite program, we've divided it into 2 parts. There is a first part, which is essentially an outline of the 3 days. So it gives you an outline like you find. This is, I think, the day 2, which is Tuesday. It gives you a rough outline. It gives you another outline for Wednesday, as well as another outline for Thursday. If you can just go up, you will then find we then have, in a form of what looks like an annexure. Can you go further? What we call the list of expert discussions, as well as the speakers and the moderators. So you will find out so just if I could explain. For each day, you will find each day is structured in this form. Everyone has a 2-column. The exhibition runs in parallel, and then those expert sessions are also happening. We've numbered them from 1 to 12. So there are 12 expert sessions. 3 will run at any point. So there are 3 in the morning, and then there will be 3 in the afternoon. It's your choice on which one you want to take part in. The doors will be labeled for you to know where the sessions are taking place. And when you then go on to the annex, can you move to the end of can you quickly roll down to go on, please. Go down to the end of go to the end of the program. Yeah, okay, you can stop here. So what we have done is that we listed for each of the session, we now do a detail of them in what I call the annex. And there you find the moderator or the chairperson is there, the papers that will be presented, and those who will be presenting papers. I understand that there are a few papers that may have been missed out, and we will be speaking with those who are involved, in terms of where we reposition them. But really, essentially, the program is meant to make it to be quite easy for you to navigate the entire event. And as you are already quite aware, all the events from this afternoon will take place at Fairground. Just one other area I want to mention. Tomorrow, the Ombudsman of Botswana, courtesy of, and in goodwill, we would have what we call a night of cultures. And I think many of you already would have been told, it's really a night where we celebrate the different cultures that we have present here. So we encourage everyone to put on their traditional clothes, and come in for that night, and try and celebrate with others. If you have videos that you want to share, I understand, I think Bermuda, the beautiful island of Bermuda, for instance, probably has some videos. I think they will be shared as well for you to see what it looks like in those places. So we really are looking forward to the Night of Cultures. And then, of course, the event will end with a closing gala on Thursday. The closing gala is really meant to be a real big one where we enjoy ourselves, and of course we honor everybody that had been at the ceremony, for the last 3 days. I think that probably will cover the main ideas. So if we have our colleagues are positioned at different points, the protocol officers, and then we also have a help desk at the Fairground. If you have anything and you need any assistance, please do not hesitate. Colleagues are there to assist you. And if anyone has come here and you think you had prepared to make a presentation, you do not find your name in the program, do let me know, and we will make arrangement to do that. I also want to thank ahead all those who have agreed to chair the sessions, because we have approached our senior colleagues and invited them one after the other, and they all, I must say, have agreed that they will do so. We thank you very much for accepting. Each session will also have a minder to assist you in going on. I think that's about it, when I can then hand over to my colleagues. All right. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you so much, Prof. I take it we all know how the week is going to unfold, how the day is going to unfold, and we take the opportunity to network and, as the VP said, also learn. We're coming to the end of our program. We are going to be moving to just outside the lobby. There are some chairs arranged just outside the conference center where the photographs will be taken. Rekha Selaboni will guide you after we have exited the hall. We all have to exit the hall and be outside and in our respective places by 12:15, so that when the Vice President comes back, we are all ready to go. After the photograph will be lunch. Lunch will be served. Rekha Selaboni will also give us guidance in terms of who is eating where. And after lunch, we will then depart for the Fairground Exhibition Center for the official opening of the exhibition by the Ombudsman, as Professor Ayeni has indicated. And with that, my job here is done. Thank you for affording me the honor of being your Director of Ceremonies this morning at this August event. Thank you.